Hi, friends, and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Java with Jesus. It has been entirely too long. That is on me. To be honest, I'm kind of struggling a little bit with my faith these days. Not my faith necessarily, but kind of yes, kind of no. I've gotten really distant and fallen kind of off the wagon a little. Just to be honest, we're being honest. This happens a lot with others. Hopefully, I'm sure it does. But that's why it's been so long. I just overall have been struggling to keep a routine, struggling to get up in the morning, like to get up early in the morning, go to the gym, like all those things. So, we are taking back control and we're not giving in to the sin, to the what's the word I'm looking for? To the sloth. We're not going to give in. We are focused. I am making myself. Sometimes you just have to make yourself. Okay, you have to like force yourself to do it, and that's where we are. And not that I don't want to read the Bible, because of course I do. I just have been just fallen off, and that is not good at all. I've been distant from the Lord these last. I don't know. It's been like a week, I think, since the last recording, and no, we are not going to do that to ourselves. So we're back. We are back with another book. We are headed into the New Testament. You notice how this has happened now that we're getting closer to the New Testament. I see you, devil. Get out. Anyway, episode 245 today. We are reading the book of Habakkuk. I hope I have that right. I don't know. It's 3 chapters. We're reading the whole book. So one book today. And yeah, we're just going to get into it. Episode 245. Is it time yet? To enjoy some good things, we must wait. For instance, farmers must wait until the crop is ripe before harvesting it. Expectant parents must wait the full 9 months for their child to develop before they can enjoy a relationship with him or her. And employees must wait for the coffee maker to finish brewing before they can enjoy that first cup at the office. Justice is no different. In this reading, Habakkuk struggles with waiting for God to deal justly with the wicked. But through his struggle, he learns 2 important lessons: patience and trust. He also encounters God and is blessed by his presence. By the end of this book, Habakkuk's outlook on life is remarkably different, and he no longer asks God if the time for justice has come yet. And today's reading will be Habakkuk 1 through 3, verse 19, which is the whole book. Habakkuk 1. Chaldeans used to punish Judah. The oracle which Habakkuk the prophet saw. How long, O Lord, will I call for help, and you will not hear? I cry out to you, violence, yet you do not save. Why do you make me see iniquity and cause me to look on wickedness? Yes, destruction and violence are before me. Strife exists and contention arises. Therefore, the law is ignored and justice is never upheld. For the wicked surround the righteous. Therefore, justice comes out perverted. Look among the nations, observe, be astonished, wonder. Because I am doing something in your days you would not believe if you were told. This is God speaking back to Habakkuk. Sorry, I should have specified right now, this part. For behold, I am raising up the Chaldeans, that fierce and impetuous people who march throughout the earth to seize dwelling places which are not theirs. They are dreaded and feared. Their justice and authority originate with themselves. Their horses are swifter than leopards and keener than wolves in the evening. Their horsemen come galloping. Their horsemen come from afar. They fly like an eagle swooping down to devour. All of them come for violence. Their horde of faces moves forward. They collect captives like sand. They mock at kings and rulers, are a laughing matter to them. They laugh at every fortress and heap up rubble to capture it. Then they will sweep through like the wind and pass on. But they will be held guilty, they whose strength is their God. And now we're back to Habakkuk. Are you not from everlasting, O Lord, my God, my Holy One? We will not die. You, O Lord, have appointed them to judge, and you, O Rock, have established them to correct. Your eyes are too pure to approve evil, and you cannot look on wickedness with favor. Why do you look with favor on those who deal treacherously? Why are you silent when the wicked swallow up those more righteous than they? Why have you made men like the fish of the sea, like creeping things without a ruler over them? The Chaldeans bring all of them up with a hook, drag them away with their net, and gather them together in their fishing net. Therefore they rejoice and are glad. Therefore they offer a sacrifice to their net, and burn incense to their fishing net, because through these things their catch is large, and their food is plentiful. Will they therefore empty their net and continually slay nations without sparing? Habakkuk 2. God answers the prophet. I will stand on my guard post and station myself on the rampart, and I will keep watch to see what he will speak to me, and how I may reply when I am reproved. Then the Lord answered me and said, record the vision and inscribe it on the tablets, that the one who reads it may run. For the vision is yet for the appointed time. It hastens toward the goal, and it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it, for it will certainly come, it will not delay. Behold, as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him, but the righteous will live by his faith. Furthermore, wine betrays the haughty man, so that he does not stay at home. He enlarges his appetite like Sheol, and he is like death, never satisfied. He also gathers to himself all nations, and collects to himself all peoples. Will not all of these take up a taunt song against him, even mockery and insinuations against him, and say, woe to him who increases what is not his, for how long, and makes himself rich with loans? Will not your creditors rise up suddenly, and those who collect from you awaken? Indeed, you will become plunder for them, because you have looted many nations. All the remainder of the peoples will loot you, because of human bloodshed and violence done to the land, to the town and all its inhabitants. Woe to him who gets evil gain for his house, to put his nest on high, to be delivered from the hand of calamity. You have devised a shameful thing for your house by cutting off many peoples. So you are sinning against yourself. Surely the stone will cry out from the wall, and the rafter will answer it from the framework. Woe to him who builds a city with bloodshed, and founds a town with violence. Is it not indeed from the Lord of hosts that peoples toil for fire, and nations grow weary for nothing? For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Woe to you who make your neighbors drink, who mix in your venom even to make them drunk, so as to look on their nakedness. You will be filled with disgrace rather than honor. Now you yourself drink and expose your own nakedness. The cup in the Lord's right hand will come around to you, and utter disgrace will come upon your glory. For the violence done to Lebanon will overwhelm you, and the devastation of its beasts by which you terrified them, because of human bloodshed and violence done to the land, to the town and all its inhabitants. What profit is the idol when its maker has carved it, or an image, a teacher of falsehood? For its maker trusts in his own handiwork when he fashions speechless idols. Woe to him who says to a piece of wood, awake, to a mute stone, arise, and that is your teacher? Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all inside it. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. Habakkuk 3. God's deliverance of his people. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet, according to Shigionoth. Lord, I have heard the report about you, and I fear. O Lord, revive your work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make it known. In wrath, remember mercy. God comes from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. His splendor covers the heavens, and the earth is full of his praise. His radiance is like the sunlight. He has rays flashing from his hand, and there is the hiding of his power. Before him goes pestilence, and plague comes after him. He stood and surveyed the earth. He looked and startled the nations. Yes, the perpetual mountains were shattered. The ancient hills collapsed. His ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan under distress. The tent curtains of the land of Midian were trembling. Did the Lord rage against the rivers? Or was your anger against the rivers? Or was your wrath against the sea that you rode on your horses, on your chariots of salvation? Your bow was made bare, the rods of chastisement were sworn. You cleaved the earth with rivers, the mountains saw you and quaked. The downpour of waters swept by. The deep uttered forth its voice, it lifted high its hands. Sun and moon stood in their places, they went away at the light of your arrows, at the radiance of your gleaming spear. In indignation you marched through the earth. In anger you trampled the nations. You went forth for the salvation of your people, for the salvation of your anointed. You struck the head of the house of the evil to lay him open from thigh to neck. You pierced with his own spears the head of his throngs. They stormed in to scatter us. Their exultation was like those who devour the oppressed in secret. You trampled on the high sea with your horses, on the surge of many waters. I heard, and my inward parts trembled. At the sound, my lips quivered. Decay enters my bones, and in my place I tremble, because I must wait quietly for the day of distress, for the people to arise who will invade us. Though the fig tree should not blossom, and there will be no fruit on the vines, though the yield of the olive should fail, and the fields produce no food, though the flock should be cut off from the fold, and there be no cattle in the stalls. Yet I will exult in the Lord. I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. The Lord God is my strength, and he has made my feet like hinds' feet, and makes me walk on my high places. That has got to be so hard, like knowing what's coming, and you're just like on edge forever. I guess it's kind of the way how some people feel about Revelation and the end times, right? We know it's coming. We don't know when. So we're constantly like, is it today? Is it today? How about now? Is it now? No. Okay. Habakkuk was disturbed that evil and injustice seemed to have the upper hand among his people. Habakkuk questioned God about the situation and pleaded with him to do something. God promised that he would. God assured him that all would be put right. Wait patiently, he said, and that's Habakkuk 2 verse 3 for reference for that one. Like Habakkuk, we often feel angry and discouraged by what we see going on in the world. Isn't that right? But we need to remember that God hates sin even more than we do. Certainly, God will punish those who deserve it. If we preoccupy ourselves with the evil we see, however, and keep staring at headlines that mention rape and murder and watch the news programs that expose the latest scam, then we will continue to be frustrated and angry. But if we refuse to dwell on the evil in this world and trust God to deal justly with the wicked, then we will be able to wait for him to bring about justice. Oh my gosh. If that's not so relevant with the amount of people I see, including myself sometimes, although actually, no, not including myself, because I do not dwell on this stuff. I don't. I get sent links all the time. I love my father. I'm calling him out right now. But he is constantly sending me stuff about the news, about things that are going on, about the world. But I'm like, I know. I can't handle all of it. Of course, I know some of what's going on, obviously. But there are so many people that I follow on Twitter and that are in my own life that are constantly talking about this news story, watching this news. I have grandparents that watch news channels all day long. Some of them watch CNN, some of them watch Fox. It doesn't matter, but they constantly 24/7 have the news on. And it's just, no, we are not meant to deal with all of this. We are not meant to have the information of the world on us at all times. And that's all it is nowadays. It's all it is nowadays. The riots in the UK that are going on right now over that guy, which injustice, 100%, that point, all over the news. This going on over here because of whatever, this all over the news. This is here. And I say this as somebody who likes true crime. I love true crime documentaries. That's like the most that I do constantly is I will listen to true crime documentaries. And even I need a break from those, right? Because not all of them are solved. Not all of these mysteries are solved. Not all of these people get justice, We need to turn it off. We are not meant to have the weight of the world on us at all times. And that is where technology is really detrimental, because that's all it is 24/7. And it's never anything good. Nobody talks about anything good happening ever. You have to go looking for it. Or you have to have a YouTuber like Nina Infinity who does her Good News Fridays and talks about good stuff that's going on. Even if it's something as small as a little puppy defending his house from the mailman. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful out there. It's awful out there. And because we're seeing what's going on in the whole world at all at one time, all of the time, constantly, we also see that is there justice being done? No. Are those police officers in the UK going to get fired from their jobs? God only knows, honestly. Literally, God only knows. And so we need to unplug. We need to turn it off. We need to stop watching the news. We need to stop listening to all this stuff. Oh my God. Like, go outside and touch grass. But in all seriousness, we have to live in our moment. We are meant to know our village and our village only, right? Like, yes, of course, big things back in the day, like obviously the wars. Duh. Yes, you should know that the war is coming, that kind of thing. But our town, our people, our village, our families, that was the extent of the news we knew, unless a traveler from another land came in and was like, yo, did you see this? And we're like, oh, that's crazy. We had no idea. And it was like months to maybe years later before a traveler got anywhere. Now it's 24/7. It's 24/7 now with social media. You're seeing things you're not meant to see. You're seeing things, horrible things that your brain, because at the end of the day, I think people are inherently empathetic, right? And so we're seeing these horrible things, these horrible images all the time. Some people are getting desensitized to it, but I don't think they truly are, unless you're a psychopath, because it affects you either way. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. This was a really good lesson. I'm going to take a picture of the bottom paragraph of that and post it on social media, because people need to chill out. Turn it off. Watch something good, for the love of Pete. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me for episode 245. We're coming in swinging today. Before I let you go, let's bow our heads in prayer together. Dear God, thank you for this lesson today. Lord, I want to apologize for being so distant from you lately. I pray that I am forgiven and that I do not stray from you again. I am going to try my dang hardest. I'm not going to say 100% because I am flawed just like everybody else. But today I pray, Lord, that those of us that are just wrathful and angry at the world, which is a sin, by the way, because we think that there is no injustice being done, that there's no just desserts, if you will, for all the wickedness and the evil that is going on right now. I pray that we are able to take a step back, turn off whatever it is that is letting us feel this anger and see all of these horrible things and feel this wrath and this just rage, that we are able to turn it off, put it away, step back and be in the moment, be in our present, be in our village, and just not worry about things that we cannot control. I know it's easier said than done, but I pray that those of us that are just enveloped in all of that, that we are able to remember we cannot control any of this. This is under your control and your control only, and you will provide the just desserts and the justice and the punishments needed for these evil people that are out and about in the world right now. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Happy Saturday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe out there, and I will see you next time for a new book of the Bible. God bless you guys. Bye.